Hey guys, this is your boy Kingmike.D Games coming at you with another video, and as you can see by the title, this is called King Mike's Reviews. Okay, so in this session, which is going to be my first one, I'm going to be talking about Mortal Kombat 11. Okay, so I'm like on chapter 11, which is pretty much almost done with the game. I'm like almost at the tail end of it, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of my reviews. I might do this with certain other games that come out that I'm really interested in and talk about them and give my honest feedback so far. Now, I'm only going to give my feedback because I'm like pretty much done, okay? So I wrote down a few things. I didn't write them down in order. I'm not pretty organized when it comes to stuff like this, but I'm going to talk about them nonetheless, okay? So let me get my couple sheets of paper. Don't look at what I got yet. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, let me see. I kind of do got to go in a certain kind of order, but let me see. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the scenes, the cut scenes, or the movie scenes before the battle. Now, I played Mortal Kombat X, of course, XL, it's all the same. And right before you get into battle with someone, of course, you know, it's getting into dialogue, you know, there's a lot of talking, and then, bam, it cuts to the fight scenes. Now, what I realized from Mortal Kombat X and compared to this one, Mortal Kombat 11, you can very rarely hardly see it transfer into the actual fight. Meaning, it doesn't really drop down. Meaning, again, for some people who don't know, you still look like you're in a cinematic movie. So, it doesn't downgrade really the graphics too much. Like, you can tell, but sometimes there was a few times where I was playing and I was like, oh, the match has started. You know, of course, Shao Kahn says fight before the match, but the graphics does not dumb itself down before the fight, and I think that's very awesome. As you guys see, I have it for PS4, which technically for me would be the PS4 Pro because I have a Pro. I would have got it for the Xbox One X, but I don't have an Xbox One X. I need to get one. That's next on the list. But next up I have, it's a very technical game. Now, Mortal Kombat X was technical, but this is the first technical Mortal Kombat game where you cannot button mash. If you're going to call yourself button mashing, keep pressing punching like several times, you're going to get like 10 hits in, it's not going to happen. This game, you really have to have some type of strategy for each battle you're going into. There's just no button mashing. You can't do that. They're not going to let you uppercut somebody like 4 or 5 times in a row. Like, you can't do that because somebody's going to counter you. So I like that aspect where this is a very technical game. It's not just a button masher, okay? Next up, I have first game. This is the first game on my PS4. I'm using my Pro again. And if you guys know, if you guys have PS4s, I just dropped my paper. Hold on. If you guys know the PS4 is pretty loud. I mean, everybody knows I'm an Xbox fanboy. Call it what you want. But the PS4 is pretty loud, okay? So this is the first game that I didn't hear my PlayStation 4 roar at all. Like, I didn't hear my PlayStation 4 Pro it wasn't loud. It wasn't, maybe, I don't know if it's because, well, I think I know why. This game actually has the downloadable everything on the disc. When I first put the disc in, I couldn't even choose certain characters because a lot of them were locked still. The game, as you guys probably seen, have you ever put in a game and it only lets you play so many things up until it has a timer at the top and it says 5 minutes until downloading complete, 6 minutes until downloading complete. So the game is still downloading itself. This is without me being online now, okay? So I don't know if that played a part in it or not, but this is the quietest game that's not saved on my hard drive. Because, you know, when you save games on your hard drive, the game doesn't, of course, you don't have a disc in there. But this disc didn't seem like it spinned at all. I don't think it did because I think everything saved on the hard drive. So that was pretty cool. Let me see. Next up I have, I'm going to talk about that probably last. I'm going to talk about the story mode. So far, like I said, I'm on chapter 11 and I'm pretty much toward the end. This was a great story mode. You know, the past meets the future. It was pretty interesting. It was very funny. And it was really engaging. That's what I think a lot of these games are lacking now, engaging story modes. We have so many games nowadays that are focused on battle royales and online and stuff like that, which is cool. But this really focused on the story. I thought it was great. I think, well, I'm not done with it yet, but I'm done with it, if you know what I mean. I'm almost there. Okay, so next up, the grind to unlock things. I think this is great. I think microtransaction has ruined a lot of games at this point in time, where they want you to really spend your money, and they got away from that old school, you just beat the game or keep fighting to unlock things. I love that old school style. With this game, you can do that. Of course, it's a grind. You know, they have the crypt. If you guys have played Mortal Kombat games in the past, you know they have a crypt where you unlock coins, you unlock different things, and you can go unlock skins, character skins. You can unlock different moves, costumes in this one, and I think that's pretty dope. Of course, you can go buy microtransactions for this game, but it's not required. It's going to take you a lot longer, but you do not have to do that. I think that is great. And I think they're not being money hungry. You know, if you just can't wait, if you just that type of person where you need everything now, of course you can pay the $300 for the collector's edition. I would never. I think I talked about that before. I would never pay $300 for a collector. It didn't even come with. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so the next two things I want to talk about. What's this? Okay, the non-realistic. Okay, fighting. Okay, we all know this is a video game. We know that. And we know this game is called Mortal Kombat. We do know there are some people that are in this game that are not mortal. Okay, you guys know what mortal means. Human being, okay? So, some of the moves, especially when you're fighting, I'm talking about the story mode now. I'm not talking about the arcade, mode. Even with that. You have like people like Cassie Cage, Sonya Blade. We have, of course, Liu Kang, not the zombie Liu Kang, regular, real Liu Kang and Kung Lao. Some of these moves is just unrealistic. We live in a world, I know now, where video games wants to make everything look so realistic, so real life. So when someone's getting stabbed in the eye, stabbed in the brain, stabbed in the stomach, and they're still getting up fighting, it's not a deal breaker for me, but it's hard for, I don't know. I just think when we got out of the realm of we wanting everything to look real, that's the most unrealistic thing ever. You can't get stabbed in the brain, the heart, the stomach, get your guts kicked out, and I'm talking about within the game. I'm not talking about fatalities. Now, if it was just a fatality, that would be different, because a fatality, we all know that means the end is here, it's over. That would be different. But within game, they have, I will get into my next topic, they have things called, what is it called? Fatal Blow. So what I like about this is going to be the last thing I talk about. What I like about the Fatal Blow is it evens the match out. So if you're really getting your butt kicked and you trying to get back in it, they have a thing called Fatal Blow. You press L2, R2, and it basically does what used to be the, what was it called? The skeleton thing where the X-ray. Okay, so basically this is what that is. Minus it's not called the X-ray, it's called Fatal Blow. So these fatal blows can be done when you get you're about to die, and you can just pull it out, grab it out the hat, and then you can kind of even the match kind of out. So these fatal blows involve like the most ridiculous thing, and some of these fatal blows are better than the fatalities. I'm telling you, guys, if you haven't played it, you guys will see for yourself. It's like unrealistic for Johnny Cage to get stabbed in the face, the eyes, and one of Scorpion's, his fatal blow, he'll put both of his spears in your eye and pull you down. And mind you, you're still fighting. Like, there is no way possible this mortal is surviving it. You know what I'm saying? If it's Raiden, if it's Scorpion, when he's not human, I understand that. But when it's a human being getting beat down like this and getting stabbed up, I just can't believe it. So overall, I think I would give this game out of 10. My honest opinion, I would give it an 8.5. It's not a bad game. It's actually pretty fun. And like I said, I like the technical aspect of it and the grind that you can do to unlock everything instead of buying everything. Okay, so you guys let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this game? Do you have it yet? What system you got it for? I know they released it for the Switch. I've seen some stuff about that. I don't want to get too much into it. But let me know your opinion, all right? Peace out. Love you guys. And if you guys enjoyed this one of one series so far, let me know if you'd like to see my input on a lot more games. For sure, I'm going to do Days Gone. Of course, I'm not going to probably beat Days Gone as fast as I beat pretty much this game. But I think a couple days into it after, I'm going to get my input. Peace out. Love you guys. I'm out.